It has been a whirlwind week for the world of artificial intelligence. The CEO of OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT, was ousted, and now he's back in. It all started last Friday when the board of directors fired Altman. Then investors like Microsoft began pushing for him to be reinstated, but the board resisted. Over the weekend, staff at OpenAI threatened to quit if they didn't bring him back. So on Monday, Microsoft offered him a job. Ashley Gold joins us now. She's a tech and policy reporter at Axios covering regulators and big tech. Ashley, a lot to unpack here. Let's just start with the simple question. Why did they reinstate him?
I think they reinstated him because there was such a strong showing of solidarity from hundreds of OpenAI employees. They over 700 of them signed this open letter basically saying, "We're going to go to Microsoft to follow Sam if you don't take him back." And without us employees, we're the brain power. We make up this company and what makes its products. So you're kind of nothing without us. So the board ended up having to cave because of this loyalty to Sam. I think ultimately it was the employee push that pushed it over the edge to get him back.
Ashley, what does this ultimately mean for Microsoft?
What it ultimately means is that Microsoft wins either way. If Sam Altman would have gone to Microsoft and worked on internal AI things at Microsoft, Microsoft still would have won because they would have had Sam Altman and they would have maybe gotten hundreds of OpenAI employees too. There was really no way for Microsoft to lose here. Now they have their original deal, but they actually might get a slightly better deal this time because now that the board is being sort of reimagined and there are going to be more board seats, Microsoft might end up getting a seat on the board, which would be even better for them.
So more seats on the board. What else is changing at the board at OpenAI?
There'll be more seats on the board, and there, based on reporting, there is an agreement to do a internal investigation about what led to the original ousting of Sam. I think eventually there will be some transparency about that. The board still has not specifically said to the public why they did it. They attributed it to a breakdown in trust that could have been over any number of things. So the board will be bigger. It will hopefully be more diverse, although they lost two of the women that were on the board, so it's not super diverse at the moment. Maybe you'll get some folks from other industries in or that used to be CEOs at other tech companies. Well, we have to see who ends up getting a seat.
Ashley, Altman essentially represented the move fast and break things philosophy, so common in Silicon Valley, whereas the old board was more cautious about the application of AI. Where does that conversation stand now?
So I think the move fast and break things side kind of won out here. If you had internal folks on the board pushing to slow down, which may have been the case based on reporting, ultimately that's not what happened. People didn't listen to them. The employees pushed back and said, "No, we want Sam and we trust Sam." So move fast, break things won in this one. The people who wanted to slow down, they ultimately failed here.
Now that he's back, what are some of Altman's priorities for the future of AI?
I imagine he's going to feel emboldened to move even faster, go even further, really get these advancements going. He went through a test here and he came out on top. So I don't see any reason why he's going to feel like he needs to be more careful or slow things down. I only see him and his, faithful employees sort of rallying around and being even more excited about what they were working on before. So I think we'll see more new applications rolled out from OpenAI that, people can use like ChatGPT and, whether people are scared of them or excited about them, I guess that's up to every individual, but I think they're just going to keep moving ahead.
A lot to watch indeed. Ashley Gold, thank you very much.
Thank you.